Hey guys, I wanted to do this tutorial today on a little more of a dramatic look, just a little more glamorous, something that you probably wouldn't do every day, but maybe for a special occasion or maybe on a date night, something fun like that, that you would want to do just a little bit more, take your makeup to the next level. My last video I did like a 10-15 minute face. Just more of an everyday look, simple. So today I just wanted to do something a little more dramatic. I'm going to be using more products this time. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments. Please share this video, and I hope you subscribe, and I'll have more videos to come. The next idea I do have actually is to do a 5-minute face. So I think that'll be fun. One of those on the go, having absolutely no time in the morning. But you know, you're running out the door, gotta do makeup in the car, in the driveway, right before you walk in somewhere. So I really wanted to do a 5-minute face. So let me know what you think about that idea, and I hope you enjoy this video. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our foundation. I'm gonna be using my Almay True Lasting Color. I love this foundation. I used it in my last tutorial. It's in the shade Neutral 220. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this on my hand right here and work it in. Last time I did this with my fingers, and I still love my fingers. They do a great job at blending. They're washed, by the way. I wash my fingers. Or wash my hands. But I'm going to go ahead and get this on my hand, and this time I'm going to actually try it with a brush. As I said before, I don't spend a ton of money on brushes, but I'm going to be using the e.l.f. It's an e.l.f. powder brush actually, but it's a flathead brush, and so I really like doing my foundation with this brush. So that's what I'm going to be using. We'll go ahead and get started with that. So first I'm going to go ahead and just dab this all over my face. Just like so, and just make sure I get it all around my face. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take my flat brush and just blend it in like this. So I'm just going to get in here now. This color is really good for oily skin, as I said before, but yet at the same time it kind of leaves a little bit of a luminous kind of dewy look to it, I guess, but not too much to where it looks like your skin is oily or wet or anything like that. I don't really like that. I like more of a matte finish, and this definitely gives a matte finish without it looking too matte. You know, it kind of gives it that, it's a matte, but it gives it like a natural, I guess, finish after it sets in, I would say. I did use this in my last video. If you haven't seen that, you should. So I'm going to go in and actually, just to kind of set it in a little bit better, I'm going to take some on my brush like so, and I'm just going to kind of pat it on my face. It's going to kind of set it in the skin. This gives you a little more of an extra coverage if you're looking for some extra coverage. And I guess as you'll notice, I didn't prime my face. I don't prime my face. I feel like this foundation does a great job at kind of doing everything. It actually kind of acts as a primer, you know, on my eyes whenever I put in my put on my eyeshadow. It really, you know, just kind of sets it in and stays there all day. It is a 16-hour makeup lasting color, and I feel like it lasts very well throughout the day. And so it kind of has that hold in it already. Okay, so once I've got that on and it's really nice and even all over my face, I'm going to go ahead and just put on some concealer. under my eyelids here, just to kind of brighten my eyelids up a little bit. If you have any under eye circles, any darkness under your eyes, concealer will really help with that, and highlighter. This is actually a Rimmel London Match Perfection. It's a 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter. So this does a really nice job, and it's not too light for my skin to where it looks like, whoa, you know. I don't want anything that's gonna look too light. That's really hard to blend in. I just want something that is lighter than my skin to help me brighten it up, but you know, it's not so light that I can't blend it in. And just kind of dab it in. And then once I've got that in, I'm just gonna just do an all over powder all over my face. And I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous powder. It's light pale. So I'm just gonna kind of take this on a powder brush. And just kind of set it in. I am going to go ahead and prime my eyelids today, even though, as I said, I feel like the foundation kind of primes my eyelids for me, because it really holds my eyeshadow without creasing or anything all day. So I feel like it kind of primes them for me already, but I'm going to use the primer today. Just because I love the look of it, and it's actually a really inexpensive primer. It's actually Wet n Wild, and Fergie has a line in Wet n Wild, and she has a primer that I love, and this one's the shimmer. They have a shimmer and they have a matte, so you can go pick that up. It's great. I just dab a little bit on my finger. A little bit goes a long way with this product, actually, so you just want to take a small amount. I really need to cut my nails. They grow so fast. And I'm just going to prime my lid here. I'm going to work it all the way up to the top, all over my whole lid. And then once I get it there, I'm just going to kind of work it in the corners of my eye hair. Just kind of brighten that up. That always looks really nice whenever you brighten up the corners of your eye. Just kind of gives you that awake look. And who doesn't want to look awake, right? Especially in the morning whenever you just woke up and you got like crusties in your eyes. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, of course you want to look awake when you go to work or wherever you're going. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes, onto my eyeshadow. Today I'm actually going to be using Maybelline the Nudes palette. I love this palette. Let me open it up for you. I love this palette. This and the chocolate bar, and the Too Faced chocolate bar palette are like my go-to palettes. I like a lot of neutrals. I'm not really one to do super bright blues or purples, or I do love purples, but anything too bright, I'm not really fond of that look on me. I'm more of a natural girl, I guess you would say. I do like dramatic, but when I do dramatic looks, I usually try to keep them somewhat neutral at the same time. So first I'm going to go in with my Sephora All Over Shadow Brush. I love this brush. I know I said this in the last video, and I'll probably keep saying this on all of them, but I love this brush. And so I'm going to go in with this, I don't really know how to even describe this. This kind of, I don't know, it's like an ashy cool tone color here. It's really light. It's nothing too dark, but it is more of a matte color, I guess. This one doesn't have a lot of shimmery to it. Or shine, shall I say. But I'm going to get this all over my brush and kind of just sweep it on my lid. And I'm going to sweep this kind of all over my lid, like so. Now I'm trying to figure out what I should call this color. I'm sure it has a name, but I have no idea what the name is. You might hear a baby crying. I I hear her now. She's getting hungry, so Daddy's gonna feed her. Alright, so we're gonna put this all over the lid. Alright, but once I put this all up here, I'm gonna go in. This is an e.l.f. blending eye brush. And I'm gonna go in with this color right here, just right above it in the nudes palette. And it's kind of like a grayish color. It's not too deep of a gray, but it's just a nice gray, I guess. I'm sorry, my words are not coming out today. Not very well at all. But I don't really know the names, so what I'm doing here, most people would put this color in their crease. My eyes, depending on your eye shape, and this is really important, so if you don't get anything out of this video, I hope that you get this. If you have large eyes and you have a large eyelid, usually people with a large eyelid have a really nice natural crease. Like they just have it, it's God-given natural crease. My eyes are not super small, but they're not really large. So if I were to put this color in my natural crease, it would go really, really low. And when you put a deep dark color in your natural crease and you have smaller eyes, it actually makes your eyes appear even smaller. So what I would suggest you to do if you're going to do your eyeshadow and you're going to put a color in your crease, I think that's a big mistake that a lot of girls make, is they I mean, obviously it says, you know, put the color in the crease. And so when you're doing tutorials and someone may say, yeah, I'm going to put this color in my crease. Well, with someone with smaller eyes, when you put the color in your crease, it won't come out looking the same as their eye because they may have a larger eye. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to put this color above my crease and create like a fake crease, I guess. And I'm just going to blend that in really nicely here. But, you know, you don't want to make your eyes look very small and tiny and just kind of cut off. You know, you want to make them look large and bright and open, nice and open. And so by putting dark colors in your actual crease with a smaller eye, it just really, it's not very flattering, I would say. So be careful of that. Try not to put it so far down in your crease. But if you have larger eyes with that natural crease, deep crease, you know, go right ahead. But, you know, I can't do that. I feel like when you put a primer on, it helps for the powder when you're blending with eyeshadow powders. It helps for you to not get so much fallout on your eye. The primer just kind of picks it up. Versus when I'm not using a primer, even though the eyeshadow will help to keep, the foundation will help to keep the eyeshadow on, I feel like the primer helps for it not to go all over the face. So I'm just going to keep working that in here. And then I'm just going to kind of work it down into this part of my eye here. Alright, so now I'm going to go do the other side. So you're giving the illusion that your eyes are bigger than they are. Alright, so once you've gotten the gray and you've created that crease, now I know it's not really blended out at all. I know that. I'm going to go back and blend it out. I'm going to go and take this bronzy brown color that's just under here, right here, under the all over shade. I'm going to go, I love this color. It's kind of like bronzy, it's probably a little more copper actually. But I'm going to go take that color and I'm just going to put it in the corner over here, in the outer corner. And I'm just blending it into about halfway of my eye. I'm not really taking it too far into the corner of the eye. I'm just kind of blending it halfway. I'm going to go a little bit toward the middle. And I'm going to kind of blend these two colors together from the crease and this nice coppery shade. I'm going to kind of blend them together here. In my actual crease, I'm going to make that blend here. Okay, so I'm going to go in with, in my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, this really pretty gold color right here. It's like a lighter gold. I'm going to go in with this, and I'm actually just going to put it right here in the center of my eye, and I'm just going to pick this up with my finger, my index finger. I think it kind of just, I don't know, it picks up a lot of product really nice, and it kind of just sets it on there really nice. So I'm just actually going to put this lighter color just here on the center of my eye. So it's kind of a fading, a gold that's kind of fading to lighter to the center. Alright, so once we've added that color, before I go and blend it all out up here, I'm going to go and do my eyebrows. I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to use eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows. Like I said in my last video, I'm just using a deeper brown color to kind of fill them in. You can use any color, any eyeshadow really that blends in with your natural eyebrow, you can use. And so I'm just going to go in here and just fill them in. Nothing too dark. I don't want to make it look, you know, unnatural. So I'm just going to go in and just, you know, fade it in. I know I said in my last video there's tons of brow kits out there and everything for you to do, but and I've used some before, but I really just prefer to fill it in with eyeshadow. I think it works just fine. So yeah, if I feel that I've gotten too much product in my eyebrow, I'll just go in and blend it out. Just slightly blend it out so it looks a little more natural. Okay, so now I'm going to go and take an e.l.f. eyeshadow. It's called a C brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my eyeshadow at the top so I don't have that harsh line. Alright, so I'm going to go take it in. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I'm using. Sorry. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm using this, it's kind of like a rosy pink, but it's like a whitish pink. It's not too pink. And I'm just gonna go and highlight the top of my brows here. And I'm just slowly blending this in to this gray color. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyeliner. I'm sorry, I got all my stuff here making lots of noise. So I'm using the Maybelline Master Precise. It has a really nice tip on it. It's really, really easy to use. I suggest it. I'm going to do a winged liner because I love winged liner. Alright, and I'm also going to go in to the corner of my eye and marry it together with this line. I'm also going to use a Maybelline liner, but I just like to use this one on the rest of my eyelid, and it's the Master Drama. Alright, and once that is done, I'm going to go in and I'm going to line the underneath of my eyes this time. I know I didn't in my last video, but since this is a more of a dramatic look, I'm going to line the bottom of my eyes, where my lashes are, and I'm also going to go in my waterline and eye that, and oh my gosh, I cannot talk, and line that as well. I'm going to be using the Sephora, it's Sephora number 23 brown glitter. I love this. It's like a bronzy coppery brown, but it's actually got glitter in it, and I love it. The thing about this eyeliner is it actually, when you put it on, it gives you kind of that illusion of a that you have that smoky eye. Just the way that it goes on, it just has that real smoky look to it. And if you don't have time to go in and just kind of smoke out a line and blend it and make it look really nice, if you don't have the time for that, this is like awesome cheating for a smoky eye, because it'll just give you that smoky look without having to do all the work for it. So I suggest you get this. It's at Sephora. It is waterproof, so it stays on for a long time. I'm just lining underneath my lids here. And I'm going to go in my waterline and line my waterline in here. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't line my waterline with a black liner because I feel like it would be too deep. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it gives a really smoky look. And I like that. Once that is done, I'm going to move on to mascara. I am using, sorry I didn't tell you that either, I'm using Maybelline the Falsies. This is probably most all you're ever going to see me see. I mean, oh my gosh, most all you're ever going to see me use. Oh Lord. Maybe I need to go back to bed and start over. I love this mascara. I mean, it's awesome. I try out mascaras all the time just because I love to buy new mascaras. But every time I do, this is always my go-to because it just really gives me the drama I want in my lashes. I've said before, I do not like to wear false lashes. I don't know, it's just a lot of time to, I mean, I guess I could get really quick at them and just pop them on every day, but I don't like the feeling of them either. I don't like the way it feels to have the lashes, you know, sitting on my eye. I don't like the feeling. So I don't use false lashes. I did, you know, I have for special occasions like my wedding and stuff where I wore them, but I don't know. Just not my favorite. Alright, so once you've got your mascara on, how you like it, we're going to go ahead and do a little blush and just some light contouring and highlighting. I'm actually going to use my NYX Baked Blush in BBL05. I'm going to go in with a blush brush by e.l.f. And you see where this indentation is, right about here, where your cheekbone is. You want to kind of use this as a guide to apply your blush. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. I'm actually going to use eyeshadow to do contouring. So I'm going to go in, use this nice milky brown here in the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I'm going to get a little bit of that on my brush. And I am going to do duck lips, kind of swish them to the side. And I'm just going to contour right under my cheekbone. And that gives that illusion of a slimmer face. So, I'm just going to do a little bit more here. And I'm going to take it under here on my jawline. This makeup really does smell like chocolate. I'm going to go here down the bridge of my nose. A little bit on my forehead, but not a lot because I don't really want my forehead to appear a lot smaller because I already have a small forehead. So, and just blend this out because I don't want any harsh lines. Just blend it out very nicely. Kind of do circular motions here. Blend it out. I'm also going to go and put a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to use this same highlighter that I used on my brow bone, but I'm going to go in and use it on my face now. I'm going to use my finger for this and just kind of nicely highlight the top portions of my cheeks here. Just kind of brighten that up. Alright, very nice and settled. I'm going to go take it and put some on the tip of my nose, and that is a lot. And down here on my chin, I put quite a bit on there. So I'm going to just go and blend that out. And last but not least, I am going to do my lips. I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay Ultimate Liquid Lipstick. I love this stuff. It stays on all day long. It's 075 in nude, in the shade nude. It's not a really nude color. It's actually kind of bright to be nude. Oh, my daughter is mad. Ooh. Alright, and then once I put on the Revlon Color Stay Liquid Lipstick, I'm just going to go over it with the NYX Lingerie. It's called Push Up. I'm just going to go also apply this to my lip. And here is your finished look.